We try to put together campaigns to stop them before they even get to Congress. We tried to stop it at the House. We tried to stop it at the Senate. We had 250,000 signatures to get it stopped at the presidential level, but it still passed. Now, if the TV would actually cover this kind of stuff, things would be a lot different. Nothing like the Monsanto Protection Act wouldn't pass. So what we need to do is give these guys some competition. I want to encourage all you guys to source out alternative media. You guys can start up
Hey guys, I'm live streaming. Can I get...
have all kinds of different alternative journalists there.
Thank you.
Now the other thing is that this march should just be the beginning. This isn't the last thing we're going to do. This is just the start of the new food revolution. Yes. Now to continue this revolution, we got to network locally. We got to get all of you guys together and working together. We got an email list going around. Make sure you guys find us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/March Against Monsanto San Diego. You follow us on Twitter, March Against Monsanto SD. We're going to be doing a lot of activism, and some of it's not even physical. Some of it's just we're just going to ask you guys to email your congressman, call your congressman, call the president, whatever it is needs to be done to keep these laws like the Monsanto Protection Act being passed. Now, the other thing we need to do, besides just doing this activism stuff, is we got to really start making some real-time changes right now, right? Like today in your own lives. You know, we're going to have a speaker on later that's going to talk about aquaponics, and there's just a lot of new techniques out there to grow your own food. And I want to encourage everybody to grow food and not lawns.
Thanks.
You gotta grow in your own yard. We have a lady here there with the March for Healthy Food. She actually talks about sharecropping, co-op. If you guys need any info, make sure you see they're wearing the green shirts. They can help you out with some cool community stuff. So right now, I guess I want to bring on our next speaker. Check out Victory Gardens, everyone.
Victory Gardens!
We have Dr. Nora Robbins coming to speak, and she's with SDSU's Geological Sciences Department. She also spoke at the Yes on Top 37 rally back in September, so...
Hold on. Anybody want sunblock? It's right here. Hey, how are you?
Hello, guinea pigs. Hello, non-target organism. First, I'd like to give my respects to the people of the land who are on the United States. Why are we back on the streets again?
You look closer to the mic.
Why are we back on the streets again?
Okay.
Certainly we're not going to stop Monsanto from poisoning us. But we're trying to get our government
This is Global Rev Live.
To take action for us. Here we are, all of us alive today, standing on the blue marble that's our only home. Our ancestors are buried here, and after we're gone, if we leave descendants, and if they thrive, they'll be standing on this very same earth.
Nick,
We stand together, all the living members of our species, and all the living members of the species we eat, and as well as the species that eat us, or ignore us, or are not even aware of our existence. Our species seems to have two brain wirings. One half thinks about others. The other half thinks about themselves. Those who care about others, many of us are on the streets all over the world today. Those who think about themselves will be watching us on TV later tonight, and they won't even know that we're there to have their back. I have 4 questions. Why is Roundup being used? How does glyphosate get into our mouths? What diseases are Monsanto's products implicated in? And why doesn't our government protect us from this? Why is Roundup being used?
I can't. I'm live streaming right now. Sorry.
Monsanto did not start off as an evil company. They grew crops and they wanted to get rid of weeds. They developed Roundup with glyphosate as the active ingredient. A microbiologist there discovered that antibiotic-resistant bacteria have a gene that's resistant to glyphosate. They figured out how to insert the gene crop plants, which made them antibiotic resistant. So Monsanto could kill the weeds and not harm the crop plants. But when we put these genetically modified foods into our mouths, the antibiotic resistant gene exchanges with our gut microflora. So we're becoming genetically modified antibiotic resistant beings. All right, next, how does glyphosate get into our mouths? Residues of Roundup are found on grains, fruits, and vegetables. So glyphosate residues are found in all us organisms who eat grains, fruits, and vegetables. The treated grains are eaten by the animals we eat: cows, chickens, pigs, goats, and sheep. We also eat it in butter, cheese, eggs, and milk. The residues leach into the water, so we eat it in fish and shrimp. Number 3. Okay, what diseases are Roundup glyphosate implicated in? This is alphabetical. You ready? Alzheimer's, anorexia, autism, irritated bowel syndrome, breast cancer, Crohn's disease, colitis, dementia, depression, food poisoning, kidney damage, liver damage, multiple myeloma, obesity, Parkinson's, and reproductive failure. All right, number 4. So why doesn't our government protect us from this? Monsanto stuffs so much money into the ears of our elected officials that they can't hear us. Our government takes our tax money, gives it to Monsanto as a farm subsidy. So we're paying with our money, our lives, and our future. That's why we're on the street. We need our government to hear us. Or maybe we need a new government.
We don't need a government.
Or maybe we need a new type of government. Genetically modified organisms are pissed. We're on the streets, teaching and besieging. Okay, everybody hold your ears right now. You ready? Help! Help!
Nick!
Hi, my name is Hugh Moore. I'm the treasurer of the San Diego County Green Party. Anyone see the sign right over here? It says, "Fuck Monsanto."
So cute. We got our bumblebee. Save the bees.
They told me I only had 2 to 3 minutes, which is really a shame because talking about Monsanto and telling you everything is bad about it in 2 to 3 minutes is impossible. From Agent Orange to GMOs, it's been going on for beyond my lifetime. And unfortunately, the truth is it's not just Monsanto, it's our government. Just as the previous speaker said, there's only
Nick
one
gave
way
away
to
all the
get
shit.
to us, and that's by the government allowing it to happen. And they are not doing anything to stop it. And as a matter of fact, the government is the lobbying firm for Monsanto.
Good to see you, man. I have to have that. Just go over. Okay.
When France in the 1990s was going to tell Monsanto to not allow GMO seeds in their world, and France, who was the lobbyist that Monsanto sent to France to talk to them?
The State Department.
The head of the State Department went first. She wasn't successful. Albright didn't manage to make it work. Didn't get it convinced. No. Monsanto sent the President of the United States, Bill Clinton.
Oh, damn.
Now, your president, which has not changed because today our new president, Obama, has put to the head of the FDA, not the head, but the food czar of the FDA,
Monsanto president.
Michael Taylor is a lawyer. He knows nothing about food. So why is he the head of the food czar? Why is he working for the FDA?
He used to work for Monsanto!
Because he works for Monsanto. He does not work for us.
Boo.
that President Obama selected him for the job.
Cash
Money.
Cash money.
Control the populace.
It's the money.
Greenback.
The amazing thing about the amount of money that Monsanto
Cool, we're on
spends
Global
is how
Rev.
little they have to spend in order to get what they want. Last year, they spent $6 million lobbying Congress. For $6 million, they got the Monsanto Protection Act. This is a bargain in anybody's world. And you can thank your politicians, and guess what? I'm speaking for the Green Party, so I get to yell at the Democrats and Republicans all I want. So I've got just a couple more minutes. I want to tell you just a couple more things about Monsanto to make sure that you understand just how bad it is. And I know you're not going to believe what I tell you, this next statement, and you can go home and look it up yourselves. In India, in the last 15 years, 270,000 farmers have committed suicide. They did it because they were buying seed from Monsanto, and Monsanto doesn't let them save seed to plant the next year, and so the next year...
Do we have anybody trying to get a count?
So they end up going in debt.
We should do
And
that.
then the next year is not a fantastic year, they have to go into debt again. I'm just saying it again, 270,000 Indian farmers have committed suicide because of Monsanto. And they do it by drinking pesticides.
Death merchants. That's what they are.
That's not all there is to tell you. There's even more. Monsanto's not interested anymore. They may have been at one time, as our previous speaker said, at one time of being good for the public and trying to serve humanity. At one time, I think that may have been true. But it is not true anymore. Nowadays, if a farmer chooses not to plant Monsanto seeds, chooses to plant soybeans of their own, and wants to save seeds, if they manage to collect seeds that happen to be infiltrated, their farm infiltrated by the Monsanto seeds, the Monsanto company will sue them. So why is Monsanto suing them? Because they want to protect their copyrighted, genetically modified seed? No! They do it because they're interested in one thing and one thing only, and that is creating an absolute monopoly. They already have a monopoly, but they're not finished with that. They want an absolute monopoly. They want to own every single seed. And they want every seed coming from one place, and as you all know, I'm sure this group knows, that one of the things that will lead to our final demise is a loss of diversity in seeds. So what can I say about today? This is great. Look at this crowd. The organizers are fantastic. This is just the start. Today is only the beginning. Every single person here has to write their congressman and tell them they have to repeal the Monsanto Protection Act. If you do, it will change. And let's make sure that next year $6 million won't be enough for Monsanto to buy Congress. Let's make sure they have to spend $100 million.
Now we have a statement from the mayor. We tried to contact him and get him out here, which we kind of didn't expect to even get a response. But he responded and declined our invite, but due to prearranged obligations. But he sent this statement in support of what we're trying to accomplish.
Mayor Bob Stillner
We went to the
gave us
mayor's
this
office the
statement.
other day and met with him about the San Onofre thing, and we mentioned this rally.
This is
at the
Ray
end.
Lutz.
Now, this mayor is completely different from our last mayor. Basically, he said, tell me what to do, I'm your servant. And I'm sure he would be here today if it weren't for a schedule. I'll tell you, this guy was just about to fall asleep as we talked to him. He was so tired. He's working hard. And so, let's give him some slack for not being here, but here's what he had to say. From Bob Gilner's words, quote, "We have a right to food that won't harm us." uncompromising in our efforts to require food companies to give us honest, thorough information about what we're putting into our bodies.
Did you really give away my shirt? Oh, okay.
It is our responsibility to communicate that non-negotiable to our government leaders, who in turn should protect us with legislation that requires clear and complete labels on our food. Thank you for taking action today. Action leads to change. Mayor Bob Filner. A little advice from my experience of being an activist. These rallies are great, and maybe they'll do something, but the way I find has been most effective is to go in to the public bodies in your area. Go to the city council. Go to the planning groups. Go to the hospital boards. They have to deal with this everywhere. Show up and start talking about Monsanto. You get a time to speak at every meeting. Stand up there and talk. Sometimes it goes on TV. Then talk to your mayor and city council and everybody that's in your town and twist their arm and get them to do something. Have them come out with statements against it. Put them on the line. Almost nobody goes to these meetings, I swear to God. There'll be no one in the meetings for years. And so they figure, what the hell, no one cares? Raise taxes, do whatever the hell we want. Let Monsanto do whatever they want because the public isn't around. So you can't get in there. So please do that. That's what citizens oversight is helping people to do. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We have another speaker. Is Tim Eaton? Tim Eaton? And Apple Pie from Sustainable Growing is
Absolutely.
there's Tim Eaton, guys.
Woo! Look at this. Have you ever got positive energy attracts positive energy? I mean, I can feel it right now. I have goosebumps. Perth had 1,500 people today. London had over 2,000 people. This is not just in San Diego. This is in the world. This is all over the world. I just got getting pumped up to this so I can listen to the cars drive. We are in the driver's seat right now. They're going to listen. We are making a change. Big corporations are listening to us. They're listening to our demands.